talking like zero. You can start with zero money down on YouTube. I know I sound like a really cheesy commercial, but it's just the truth of the matter. Like literally zero. Like I wish I knew this, but I didn't. But I'm telling you guys now. Hiya everybody, it's your girl Segen Misghina and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can tell from the title, I'm gonna be talking about YouTube. So it's gonna be a bit different. I'm not gonna do a makeup tutorial or a hair tutorial or anything like that. I kind of want to connect with you guys because I get a lot of questions around what camera I use, what lighting equipment I use, and things like that. So I kind of want to give you guys a bit of the behind the scenes, but also top 5 tips on how to start on YouTube. So if you are interested on how to start on YouTube, continue watching. So that intro video that you guys just saw, I created myself. I could give you guys another tutorial on how to create that. It's quite simple, it doesn't take very long, so I can quickly do that. Just let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to create an intro video, if you guys are at that step on your YouTube kind of journey, or if you're just starting out. I'm gonna give you guys the rundown on what I use when I create videos. So first things first, lighting. As far as lighting goes, I always recommend using natural light. Now today, recording this video right now, the window's actually on this side. That's why it's pretty bright on this side and kind of normal on this side. But typically I like to record in front of a window. That way it gives me a nice, clean, natural lighting all around. So that's what I like to typically do. In the past I have used artificial lighting, and sometimes I use it if I'm recording really late at night, or if it's this time of year where the days are much shorter and the sun sets a lot earlier. Like for instance, right now it is 5:20 right now and the sun is just about coming down, so it's almost reaching golden hour. And we'll talk about golden hour another time when we talk about photos and how to take photos and things like that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are interested in how I take pictures. But for lighting, if you guys want to start out on YouTube, I would highly recommend on not buying any lighting equipment off the bat. I would recommend using natural light. And it's a bit tough depending on your schedule. I understand that if you're like me, I have a full-time job, so by the time I get home during this time of year, it's nighttime, and by the time I leave, because I leave early mornings, it's nighttime. So it's kind of hard to film during the week, but dedicate your weekends, dedicate a few hours on your Saturday or on your Sunday to take in that natural light and record a few videos, and you guys will be saving a couple $100 on some lighting equipment. Now don't get me wrong, I do have lighting equipment. I have 2 soft boxes and a ring light, but that's because when I first started on YouTube, I recorded in my parents' basement. So there was no windows. I had a very small window and there was very little light coming in. So that's why I have that equipment. But I can tell you guys right now, after dedicating a few months of only using natural light, I achieve the best results, in my opinion, on how my videos come out on YouTube and on Instagram. Sorry, let me just adjust my wig real quick. Let me just adjust this wig. Oh my God, okay. All right, next we're gonna talk about cameras. So cameras. So I can tell you guys right now, the camera that I'm using to record is by far the best investment that I've made as far as equipment goes, and it is the Canon G7X. I bought it because I wanted a vlogging camera, because I wanted to do more vlogging and to lug around my other camera, which I'll show you guys in just a minute, was really heavy for me. So I wanted something I can quickly slip into my pocket. I did a whole unboxing video on the Canon G7X. I'll link it right over here. It was, anyway, I looked like a hot mess in that video, but I was really excited. I just received it, I opened it up, and it was something that I've been wanting since starting YouTube, so over 2 years now, so I was really excited. So this is the camera that I'm recording with right now, and quite frankly, the past few videos I've posted on my YouTube and especially on my Instagram have been recorded only using this camera. So I find that the mic is good. It's not as good as my mic, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but it's good enough. I feel that I've achieved, it's picking up on my voice quite nicely when I edit later. The Canon G7X is by far the best vlogging camera A lot of YouTubers use it. I noticed that a lot of bigger YouTubers use this camera when they vlog, when they do travel vlogs and things like that. So I looked into it, I did a bit of research, and it was between this camera and I believe the Sony a700 or something like that. But this camera by far I use almost every day and I love it. I use it to take photos, I use it to record. A lot of my nicer photos on my Instagram are on this camera, so I'll post a couple examples on here. And I find that I have to edit very minimally. Like, I don't need to edit my photos so much. It's when I need to kind of remove, like, if there's a vent or something in the ceiling, I like to kind of blur that out or remove it entirely. But the Canon G7X is something I would highly, highly, highly recommend. Black Friday is coming up, so I kind of want to give you guys the whole rundown right now, so you guys can do a bit of research. You guys will have time to do that research, and then if you guys are sure that you guys want to purchase this camera or any of the things that I'm going to be mentioning in this video, you guys will have more than enough time. I do want to say I have been monitoring the Canon G7X and it never goes on sale, which is really annoying, but maybe this time they'll change their minds. I don't know, but that is the camera that I'm using. The second camera that I use, and what I actually really started with on YouTube, is this guy right over here. So it is a Canon camera as well, and it's the Canon T6i. And it's a part of the Rebel series. The Rebel series, I believe, is on their more affordable DSLR cameras. But really, if you're just starting out on YouTube and you have some money saved up, I would recommend using this camera. This camera is great. This is the, I believe, the 18, yeah, so this is the 18 to 55 millimeter lens. It comes with the camera, so there's no need to buy another lens. So this camera to film is great. I don't believe they actually sell this anymore, and if they do, I'm sure it's like 500 bucks now, like, or even less. So this is the camera I use to start on all my YouTube videos in the beginghing. The second camera I use is my phone. So my phone is the iPhone 7 Plus, and it is pretty old, but I'm telling you guys, it's actually a pretty good phone. Like, I'm not gonna lie. As far as taking photos goes, it doesn't have the portrait mode for selfies, but it has the portrait mode for, I guess, the other side, the non-selfie side. I don't use that. I still take selfies, but I use the vivid filter, and it's like such a beautiful camera. Like, I don't know, I like it. When my vlogging camera is out of battery, I always have my phone with me, and typically it goes out of battery on the road, and I always have this charged up on I always have this charged up in the car, so it's a good backup camera. And I noticed that a lot of vloggers use it. Vloggers that have millions of subscribers use their phone as a backup. So don't discount your phone as a really good camera to take videos and a really good camera to take photos on, because typically everybody starts on this, and I would recommend starting on using your phone before you invest in cameras, mics, and all of that. Speaking of mics, I have this Rode mic right over here. There's this other Rode mic that I see a lot of YouTubers use, and I believe it's I feel like it's a few versions before this one, but this is the more advanced version. It's what I love. Like, this mic has been an absolute game changer as far as audio goes. It's perfect. I also have a dead cat. It was actually a gift from my fiance when I first started on YouTube. It was like my Christmas gift, and it was like the perfect Christmas gift. So this is the mic that I use to do my voiceovers, that I use for when I record videos and things like that. It's a perfect mic. The quality on this Rode mic is amazing. So that's my camera right over here. One little pro tip before I get into the fourth thing to look out for as far as YouTube goes is always invest in a battery. If you guys invest in a camera, always invest in a battery. Like, for instance, my vlogging camera is just about to die, and I don't have an extra battery for it, but this Christmas, this Black Friday, when it comes up, I am gonna buy an extra camera, because this camera I have an extra battery for that my sister got me for Christmas one year, and I have it on rotation. When you're recording long form videos, it's really important to have an extra battery with you. And I noticed that when I did my research, a lot of beauty gurus kept saying it's really annoying when you have half of your face done or your hair is about done and your battery dies. So please, 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 if you do invest in any camera, always get an extra battery, because my battery is about to die. Now, this is a pretty expensive mic. You don't necessarily need an expensive microphone. If you're gonna be doing voiceovers, use the voice memo app on your phone. The voice memo app is clutch. Before I had this mic, and even now, if I quickly just need to do a voiceover and I don't wanna hook anything up, I just wanna quickly do it, I do it on my phone and then I airdrop the audio file from my phone to my computer. It's that simple, guys. Like, everything is pretty much at your fingertips. So far we talked about lighting, we talked about cameras, we talked about mics. The next thing, the fourth thing that I'm gonna be talking about is software. The software that I use is Final Cut Pro. Now, Final Cut Pro is not cheap, but it's something that I prefer using. There are free apps and software that you can download on your computer. If you have an Apple computer, then it already comes with iMovie, so use that because that's free. The only thing with iMovie for me, I just needed a little bit more as far as options go when I do my editing and things like that. I'm just a little bit more comfortable with Final Cut Pro now. At first, it was overwhelming, don't get me wrong, but after kind of doing more and more videos and getting more and more practice, I now know how to use it a little bit more better. And trust me, at first it was nerve-wracking. Like, I would look at my computer and be like, no, not today. It's too hard, can't do it. But YouTube really helped me out because I would search for specifically what I was trying to do, and then I would watch that video and then apply it to the video that I was creating. So again, Final Cut Pro is what I use. You don't have to use Final Cut Pro if you don't want to. If you want to save some money, then use iMovie. If you do have a PC, I'm sure that they have built-in software that's free for video editing as well. I just don't use a PC, so I'm not sure what that is. So be sure to check that out as well if you are working with a PC. All right, so fifth and final thing is copyright music. Now, copyright music is a really big deal, and it might be a lot to think about right now because you guys are probably in the early stages of, you know, doing YouTube, or you are probably thinking about YouTube but don't know how to get started. I want you to avoid the mistakes that keep happening to me and what I've learned in the past 2 years. Avoid using copywritten music. I can tell you that copyright music is no joke. If you don't, you will get that copyright warning and your video might be removed. In fact, in some cases, your entire channel might be deleted. So there's copyright free music that you can download, that you can use. I particularly use YouTube Audio Library. Now, YouTube Audio Library is a free subscription. There are subscription services. I believe Sound Effect is one of them. There's a whole bunch of them that have like really cool sounds and stuff like that. But it's subscription based and you have to pay for it month to month. Now for me, I'm trying to save a little bit coin myself. So currently right now I use the audio library from YouTube, and every single time you get that copyright tag, that copyright warning, that symbol that it's just really daunting and you really don't want on any of your YouTube content, it always says that they have, by they I mean YouTube, has an audio library channel dedicated to copyright free music that anybody can use. So that my intro and my outro music is from the audio library, and I always link it in my description box because that's one of the things that you have to do, and you always have to give credit to the person that created that music, that song, or whatever. Now that is something that may or may not apply to you guys if you want to have music in your YouTube videos, but I can tell you right now, like, it's a really big deal, like, and that's something that you could completely avoid from getting your videos deleted and things like that. So that wraps up top 5 things to do on YouTube. Now, if you guys noticed every single thing that I've talked about, all 5 things, you can start YouTube like right now. I'm not no spokesperson for YouTube by any means, obviously, but when I was going back and forth, and I was going back and forth on whether to start YouTube or not for a very, very long time. I want to say like 2 years. Like, it was something that I was just like, no, not really. But then that turned into like, oh my God, I really do want to do it. Or then that turned into, oh my God, but I can't. And then your mind just gets into the negatives as opposed to thinking about, okay, well, there's a positive to starting YouTube, and there's things that I can do with what I have right now. If you guys could take in all 5 things that I've listed, number 1 was lighting, number 2 was camera, number 3 was audio, number 4 was software, and number 5 is music. So all 5 things I've listed, don't mind my nails because they need to get done. You could actually start YouTube with $0. Like YouTube is nothing to start. Number 1, all you need is a Gmail account, like a Google account, and that goes without saying. That should have been number 1, but all you need is a Gmail account, and that costs you nothing. And number 1, I said use the sunlight, that's free. And number 2, I said use the camera that's on your phone, whether it's taking pictures, whether it's creating videos, just use your phone. Like if you're really serious about YouTube and you kind of want to save on costs from the beginning, use your phone. And if you kind of want to save up on a camera, I would suggest getting the Canon G7X because you can take really good pictures and you can take really good video on it. Number 3, I said a mic. So if you are doing voiceover, I mentioned that the video memo app is amazing, and that's what I use, and the quality of the sound is perfect, and you can just hold it closer to your mouth, further away from your mouth. When you're doing voice memos, you could do it from this far away and it will give you amazing quality. So again, that's free. That already comes with your phone. I mentioned that I use Final Cut Pro. You don't have to necessarily use Final Cut Pro if you don't want to, but iMovie is for free. So you could really start editing videos right away if you wanted to. And number 5, I said music. So music, I get free music from the audio library that YouTube provides. So I'll link YouTube's audio library in the description box below so you know what I'm talking about. But it gives you a variety of songs, whether you want something a little bit more upbeat, whether you want something a little bit more moody, whether you want something that is very fast paced, or you want something with lyrics. I personally like the upbeat, kind of like my outro. I'll give you guys an example of what it is right now, but it's nice. It's actually called So Happy, I believe. And I fell in love with it, and I found it on the YouTube audio library. So it's all there for you guys. It's whether you kind of want to go dive into it or not. I wanted to kind of know what your YouTube channel would be about, whether it's kind of like mine where it's kind of like more beauty, or you guys are into, I don't know, like it could be anything. You can really start a YouTube channel on anything. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever makes you happy, you can start on it like right now for free with $0 cost. Like I wish I knew that like from the beginning, but again, these are lessons learned, and these are lessons that I want to share with you guys. So I hope you guys found this beneficial. If you guys know of somebody that wants to start a YouTube channel but is kind of scared or kind of afraid, share this video with them. Hopefully they get some insight. Hopefully they get some tips and tricks on how to start a YouTube channel, especially with $0 costs on starting a YouTube channel. Because you guys are most likely watching this particular video on your phone, and that's pretty much where the bulk of the work can be started. Like whether it's recording a video, whether it's editing a video, you can edit a video on your phone. It's a bit challenging because you're using that one screen, but the resources are there is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? But that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. Click that subscribe button, click that bell icon as well. That way you're subscribed to the channel and you're a part of the Segen Misghina family. It would mean so much to me if you guys subscribe. Tell your family and friends. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and my Snapchat. And if you guys want to see more videos like this on how to give you guys tips on how to start YouTube, or a part 2, let me know and I'll be more than happy to do it for you guys. So let me know if you guys want to see a part 2. I have a lot of notes, a lot of things to say about YouTube, what things to avoid, what things to do, whether it's consistency, whether it's topics and things like that. Please, please, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, what would your channel be about? I'm really curious. If you guys were to start a YouTube channel, or maybe you guys already have a YouTube channel, let me know what it would be about. Let me know if you do have a YouTube channel. Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love, love, love to read that. All right, guys, until next time, see ya. Bye.